Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love. Miss Goddess Hadia. This is a video about self-love. As you know, if you've been watching my videos, I do promote loving yourself, respecting yourself, and valuing yourself as a human being. Because a lot of times we look for validation from a man, or a man from a woman, or we look for validation from other people. But we have to learn to love ourselves and validate ourselves. So let me go with these power thoughts for you to say. The universe totally supports every thought I choose to think and believe. Divine peace and harmony surrounds me all the time. So I decided to go look up an article so I can share it. And it says 5 things loving yourself actually means. Because some people don't know what it means to love themselves because they haven't been loving themselves for the longest time. The first one is having the courage to forgive yourself. It means being able to acknowledge your humanity, your wrongdoing, but to not let it be the source of internal hatred. To understand that not forgiving yourself is the harshest criticism, and that nobody in your life will be able to love you until you forgive yourself for being human. Embrace your perfectly flawed self is what makes the world so beautiful, diverse, and interesting. The second one is understanding that not your weight, not your hair, not your choice of clothing, not the funny way your stomach rolls when you slouch down makes you any less attractive than anybody else. It's basically saying accept all your flaws and love your body the way that it is. There is not only one way to be beautiful, and loving yourself means realizing your own beauty for what it is, your own beauty for what it is, not in the context of how you look compared to anyone else, especially the nauseating perfect people in the magazines. And don't let society tell you that your hair should be long down your back, or that you can't wear your hair naturally, or that you have to wear revealing clothes or tight pants. Don't let no one dictate on the things that you should do for you. How you wear your hair, whether or not you choose to wear makeup, and the type of clothes you like to wear. Number 3, things, no. Number 3, that you have the choice to do what you love or continue living a life being submissive to the expectations put on you. Loving yourself means understanding what makes your soul happy and doing that thing as frequently as you're able, regardless of how much money you make, regardless of who judges you for it, and regardless of whether or not you are wildly successful doing it. All you need to be successful is the knowledge that you are doing what you love the most. I love doing these videos. Like if I had to stand in front of a auditorium full of people, I won't be able to speak because I'm more of an introvert. But I can talk about whatever it is I want to talk about through this video platform, and that's something I love. Number 4, that not everyone will love you and that not everybody has to. Don't worry about what other people feel about you. As long as you love you, that's all that matters. If you are being true to yourself and somebody has a problem with that, that is their negative energy to deal with, not yours. Loving yourself means knowing that you will never have to love, praise, or and approve of absolutely everybody you meet. But that doesn't reflect anything about who you are. Love yourself. Don't look outside of yourself for love. You understand me? That is very, very important. Because when you do that, you're putting yourself to be set up to be used and manipulated. And number 5, understand that you have to love yourself before you can love anybody else or before anyone else can love you. So many people are looking for love in the person that they may be with, and that's why they end up in unhealthy relationships, because they're looking for that love, so they're blind to the red flags that are there in front of their face. So they end up in relationships that they should not be in because they are looking for love outside of themselves. Men do it and a lot of women do it. You end up in these healthy relationships because the first person that gave you some attention, you took it and ran with it. Because if you was loving yourself, you would dissect that, analyze it, you would do your FBI, you would do everything you need to do to make sure that the person that you allow to enter into your life is not there to hurt you. But if you was loving yourself, you would doing that. You would do that. But if you're not loving yourself, you're gonna accept the first person that give you attention, because you're looking for love outside of you. A relationship filled with anxiety, self-doubt, and insecurity is headed for hell, and I don't think that that's news to anybody. You have to feel worthy of love, and that comes from loving yourself. How is someone else going to think you're totally awesome when even you don't think you are? They're not. The answer is not. They're not. If you don't love yourself, then they're not gonna love you. If you don't think you awesome, then they're not gonna think you awesome. The greatest thing loving yourself means is that once you do, you are better equipped to let the world love you as well. If you do not love yourself and value your worth, that man that is interested in you knows this about you, and that's why he's able to play you and manipulate you. So loving yourself does affect the relationships that you get in, because you attract who you are, not what you want. So if you're not loving yourself, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna allow someone. You're gonna be someone who's gonna take advantage of you, because they know you don't love yourself, just based off your behaviors and your actions and what you accept. Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love. God is Hadia.